Hi, for today, we'll teach you how to grow radish and amaranth microgreens. Both radish and amaranth microgreens are relatively easy to grow, and within 7 to 10 days, you can actually start to harvest and eat your radish and amaranth microgreens. So you could start by filling in your container. So for our container, it's still very small because we want to do some testing if the kind of soil that we're using is successful. But basically, the kind of soil that we're using is partly compost, part garden soil, and later I'm gonna add in here some coconut coir. So it's important for us to use loose soil so that when the seeds start to germinate, it will be easy for the roots to burrow into the soil compared if the soil is too hard, too wet, or there's a lot of foreign harder objects like pebbles, stones. All of these needs to be removed from your soil mix. Once you have your soil in place, all you need to do is evenly sprinkle your seeds into here. So we don't really have a video of when we're sprinkling the amaranth seeds, but it's basically the same way of how we sprinkled our radish microgreens seeds. So don't forget to spray these with water before putting on the top container along with the weights. Just sprinkle them, and then for the next couple of days after, you have to spray them at least twice a day. So after you've placed in your seeds in the soil, it's good to have it gently pressed down on the seeds so that they are sticking to the soil. And after you've done this completely, it would be good if you have another container where you can do a blackout method on the radish and amaranth seeds. So the blackout method is basically not showing any light or any sun to the seed itself to help it germinate. It would also help if for the second container that will be on top of this, to put in some weights on top. This is to help the seeds burrow, to help the roots burrow into the soil and to keep the seeds stronger. So we did blackout with weights for around 2 days, and this is how they look. And here they are. Actually, this is just radish microgreens. Amaranth is still in blackout phase. Radish microgreens have started to germinate by the second day. So we actually recommend, if you're starting, to start with radish microgreens. It will make you feel really good about yourself. And it's a good way to learn more about how the seeds grow from actual seedlings to harvesting. Once the seeds have germinated and have grown around 1 inch to 2 inches, then you can take the container that you put on top and flip it so it does not press directly against the seeds anymore. So you're gonna be taking off the weights as well and having a little space on the top of your seeds, but still keeping it in blackout. So when seeds start to germinate, you'll see this little fur-like things on their roots. At the first time that we did this, we thought it was mold, so we panicked a bit, and it kind of looks like mold, but there's a distinct difference that you can see. If the fur is directly coming from the roots, not from the soil, then it is a sign of germination and that your seeds are germinating. the color, as you can see, is still yellow because it's not shown to sun. And when it's shown to sun, then the rich green color will start to appear because of the process of photosynthesis. So after day 4, we decide to expose the radish microgreens into sunlight. They have grown around 2 to 3 inches tall, just how tall we want them to be. So when we expose them to the sun, we just basically take the top lid off and expose them to either direct sunlight if you have access to direct sunlight, or you can use fluorescent lights. Here we're gonna show some specifications of the fluorescent that we use, but we just bought this from the hardware store, so it's not really troubling to buy your own light for the microgreens. And we did this short time lapse of the radish microgreens growing, so we could only do it when it's actually exposed to sun. We couldn't do it while it's germinating, but still it kind of looks nice growing, seeing everything grow. We couldn't do this with the amaranth as well because they grow very, very slow compared to radish microgreens, which we can see a lot of growth movement in just one day. And there they are. These are our radish microgreens. They're actually ready to be harvested only after 7 days from actual planting of the seeds. As you can see, they have grown around 7 to 8 inches tall. They look really good. We've tasted some stems and they are the right flavor to what we're looking for. The good amount of peppery flavor, not at all bland. And we're gonna start sharing this with our friends. Radish microgreens, they have this very nice green forest look into them. They are gonna grow very, very tall, and as you can see, some of the seeds started to bend sideways because they're looking for more space. And when you are growing these microgreens, or any kind of microgreens for that matter, you will see them always directing to where the sun is. Radish microgreens have this sort of peppery flavor in them that is great for either garnishes or directly mixed into salads. So these are amaranth seeds after 7 days. They are looking good. They are looking very evenly, as you can see, but you can still see the seeds on the leaves if you zoom it more. The black circles there are amaranth seeds, but they are growing very well. We're gonna let this grow for 3 more days and then we'll harvest them. Amaranth microgreens, on the other hand, are smaller compared to the radish microgreens, but red amaranths are also crisp and tender, and they have this mild and sweet earthy flavor, kind of like mustard, and they are great to go on garnishes or sandwiches or burgers. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We hope to share more microgreens planting, farming with you guys. Please like and subscribe our page if you have not already. If you have, thank you very much for the support. Please keep supporting us as we venture into this new project of ours. Thanks!